to Rid's channel, and today was just going to be one of those days of coming out to the airplane and getting a few things done. As you can see, my hands are pretty full here, so what am I up to? Alright, first of all, this is a little .005 Allen. I'm going to be using this to adjust a little knob on the autopilot, which seems to be loose. This bad boy I got on Amazon, which is a little battery operated fan, and this will be great for hot days in the cockpit. I'm going to find out where I can hang it from and stay cool while I prep the plane before a flight. And yeah, this is an old pair of in-ear headphones that I custom made a few years ago, and I want to get it going again and see if that's working. Then, well, these are my usual cushions because I'm not very tall, but I want to try doubling these up on the passenger side because in the Cherokee, there's a hump on the passenger side. It's really hard for my passengers to see out. So I want to try doubling this up and see how well I can see out. And finally, I've got the update for the Garmin GTN 650, and while I'm at that, I'm going to see if I can change a little setting in the GPS, which has been bugging me. I want to see if I can figure it out. So, come along for the ride. Okay, well, it's really hot, so let's try the fan before anything else and see what it's like on a hot day while setting up an aircraft. So here's this fan I bought on Amazon. It's plastic, but it looks fairly well built, and it's battery operated, and it's got a speed control on it. It also has a an emergency light, if you want to see it there. That can be useful, I guess. So here we go. Got this fan, that feels good. Let's see where I can hang this from. See if I can get some air. Oh, well, look at that. That's actually pretty awesome because that's where I'm sitting when I'm setting stuff up. And it's blowing a nice airstream on my face. That's nice and cool. Thumbs up on that one. All right, well, I'm nice and cool. The next thing I want to do is I've got this little micro Allen screwdriver here, and it's the knob on the S-Tech30 autopilot, which doesn't seem to be tight enough on the little spindle in behind it. So I'm just going to tighten that up. Okay, that ought to do it. Seems nice and tight on there. You can see in stab mode the yoke wants to turn over to the right. When I go over to the left on this side, well, it's going over to the left, which is great. This is a nice feature on the S-Tech30. So when you're on autopilot, if you just want to go wings level and this knob is turned upright, you can just tap it and go into ST mode for stabilize. And yeah, you can then, or it might be steer instead of stabilize, but you can steer the aircraft just manually with this this little bug here. But next little thing is check on the Garmin here. I'm going to go avionics off. I'm going to pop out this SD card and put this guy in, which I updated at home. And let's boot her back up, and in theory, it should pick up the new database. So that's worked. The standby database that will be current on August 10th is sitting on the card and ready to go. So that's good. Card is updated. Next thing that's been bugging me about the GTN is that the background is black. And I've been trying to figure out for the longest time why that is. But I have the GTN trainer on my iPad, and I think I figured out what to do here. So I'm going to go to menu, go to map overlays. No, okay, it's not there. TOPO is not there. So on the GTN trainer, I had TOPO, and then the background would go green. So maybe it's the type of database that we have. We don't have the topography, and that's why it's black. So my update of the GTN 650 standby database that starts on August 10th is great. It's working great. Sitting there waiting to go. And I didn't want to get into all the niggly things about getting this installed, but as you can see, it's kind of like a Clarity Aloft, where I've made this boom mic I made this about 10 years ago when I was pilot training, and I kind of put it away after I bought some Lightspeed headphones. But then I have this cheap pair of passive noise headphones for my passengers, and it's of course not very comfortable, and it's not that great. And I remembered that these things are awesome because they're in ear. They've got these great foams on them that you know, block the outside sound. This is a standard aviation microphone that I picked up off of aircraft spruce. Anyway, all I needed to do was basically hook it back up and get myself a little volume attenuator here so that I can more or less match the impedance between the headset and the comm panel here in the aircraft. Anyway, I turned everything off because I don't want to drain the battery, and obviously I can't really demonstrate this for you, but I just did a radio check and it was 5x5. I can hear people very well. They can hear me really well, so I'm happy to have now this third headset that I'll be able to use with passengers or as a backup. So the last thing I wanted to do today is see what it's like to double up some cushions down here on the passenger side, because as you can see in the Cherokee, at least the older models anyway, have this hump up the middle. I guess they wanted a taller radio stack back in the day for various equipment. Of course, you can see we've got a blank plate here. There's a lot of stuff we don't need now. So this hump is really unfortunate because it blocks the view of the passengers, especially if you're shorter like me. So I'm gonna try doubling up a couple of cushions here and just see what my visibility is like. So this wedge one is one that I usually use on the pilot side, and that's sufficient for me. I used to use this guy, but since I've got both of these, I just wanted to see what it's like to double up a couple of cushions like that and see how well I can see out. So I'm gonna scooch over. This is awesome. So I am now sitting on double cushions below me. It's almost embarrassing to say that I'm short, but whatever, right? I can reach the pedals and I can fly this plane, which is great. Which is, you know, I can tell you one thing, in the Cessna 172 that I trained, I needed cushions under me and behind me because the seat couldn't get far forward enough for me to reach the rudder pedals. So the Cherokee is just perfect for me, just to have a little bit of a boost. But like I said, on the pilot side, I only need this one wedge cushion. And on this side, I've just doubled it up for fun, just to see what it's like. And I'm sitting really so much higher up, and it's great. And I'm looking out the front, and my visibility is just fantastic. So I think that's going to be great for my shorter passengers. Let's have a look outside, what it looks like. So I think for comparison here, I just popped the cushions out, and this is me sitting in the seat with no cushions at my eye level. And so this is what I see. And my wife, who's probably about 2 inches shorter than me, she's probably seeing this, which is just ridiculous, right? You can't see properly. So this is what I see. Now let me pop 2 cushions in and see what my visibility changes to. All right, quick changeover with 2 cushions, and now I'm at eye level again, and this is my viz, which is just fantastic. So I think this is gonna be great for my passengers. I don't know why I've waited so long to think about doubling up the cushions. I always brought an extra cushion and thought that was adequate, but you know, really with that hump right there, it really blocks people's view. So this is great. So that's it for today. To sum up, installed this fan up here, which keeps me nice and cool, which is great. I've tightened up the little knob on the S-Tech autopilot. I've updated the GTN Garmin database. I tried to get topography to show a green map, but apparently we're missing that database. I'm gonna have to look at that at home. And I've got some doubled up cushions so I can see properly outside. I've tested out that old set of my makeshift Clarity Aloft headset, and they're working great. So that's gonna be an extra set of headphones for my passengers. And it's just a gorgeous day, but sadly I'm not flying today. I've got other commitments. So until next time, this is Mixed Rich signing off. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all of that good stuff. I'd love to be putting up a lot more content, but it's just a busy summer for me. So until next time, take it easy.